Welcome to the North Shore 9 podcast, episode number 142, part of the Pod Hub Network. I am Ryan Alexander. Along with me, as always, is Anthony DiNardo. DiNardo, fifth time's the charm.
Are we some amateurs or what?
How long has it been?
And no one knows what we're talking about right now.
It's only been a week, right?
Behind the scenes, NS9 is downhill.
We're flubbing over here.
Decline, though.
There was no flub.
Dude, this is our fifth take, by the way. We couldn't master the intro. 5 times we started this show.
My favorite was your finger missed the record.
Oh,
it happens.
God.
It happens. Even the pros get things wrong, I guess. Or, well, we're not.
You, me, I mean, we both were. Oh,
we're all over the place.
Horrible.
So what's going on?
I hope that's not showing what this show's going to be.
It might be. I don't know. Not much has happened.
Might be.
We see a bunch of workout videos in spring training, but that's about it.
I love it.
The vlog. Have you been following the Pirates vlog?
You know, I didn't know it was a thing. I just saw the one about Cervelli tonight. Has there been more then?
Yeah, there was. I mean, they're quick. They're a couple minutes, but usually somebody kicks it off. I think Brault did one the one day, and then Trevor Williams and Garth Brooks kicked one off. And yes.
Oh, geez, Garth Brooks did too?
Yeah. But by the way, does he not look like, if you would have known, like he would just be like he looks like some like minor league coach hanging out there. Like he fits in.
We might need him. Maybe he should hang around. How about what Dick Vitale was there today too?
Oh God, was he?
I'll take that. It's awesome.
The
baby.
diaper dandies.
The diaper dandies.
What the heck was he doing there? It's just these. It's like anybody who lives in Florida. Come on down.
I mean, why not? He's from Tampa.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's in Florida.
So they're in the area.
He's old, so
that's fitting. It's for the Pirates.
You're old. You're in Florida.
You know what? GFY.
I saw you just kind of skip that whole Florida comment, and I was like, wait a minute. Got to bring it back.
You know who else is in Florida, Ryan?
Who?
Antonio Brown.
Oh, is he? Yeah, meeting with Rooney.
He ain't old. He is going to have a meeting with Rooney. How about that? Yeah, that relationship is over.
That'll be fantastic. I can't wait to see that.
I'll tell you what, speaking of Antonio Brown, I want to give a bit of a shout out to something. So, of course, this is, I guess, relating. It just made me think about it right now, too. The Antonio Brown jerseys being burned, of course, and then I had that video out about the cleats I had to donate. So I did donate them, and now I'm going to feel bad. Again, this is all off the top of my head right now because of that comment. So let me find out. I got to give the props where the props are due. So at me Blaze Marie, she's the one that told me. So she DM'd me and is like, hey, reach out to this. It's called the SD Project, kind of like San Diego, SD, San Diego Project. So that's where I donated the cleats to. It's actually a really good foundation. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight on them. The guy that runs his name's Sam. He's from the area, and he played baseball, and now he's doing a lot of great things. He's over in California. It seems like both places, but he has a GoFundMe out there. He's raising a lot of money. He's going out and donating to a lot of kids in need. And it's not even like, I mean, he's going out to like Africa.
Wow.
Yeah, he's going all over. I think the Dominican, he was just saying. He's like going out he's planning a trip right now to Africa to donate a bunch of stuff. So check that out for real. So I just want to give that shout. So that is where we sent the cleats to, and hopefully a lot more things in the future.
Your cleats could have been provided to the next gift. Hey, you never know.
Gift
That's
and
right.
GoPay.
You never know.
Go.
But no, very, very cool thing you did, which I didn't even, you're like, hey, like check this out. And I didn't even know you had like 12 pairs of cleats or whatever it was at your house. I was like, what? Like, where did you get those? And then, very cool to give them away and everything. And like I said, to find a good foundation and everything for them to go to. So very, very cool.
Yeah. Let's just say I got those last year sometime. So I wasn't going to give them away then because, hell, by the time I gave them away, all the kids' feet would be too small
right.
To fit in the cleats at that point in time. So I knew I was going to give them away. I really didn't know how or what. I mean, I know some, like, teachers, and I was going to more or less, like, kind of ask them. But, I mean, call it what you want. But when that video blew up, it kind of just pissed me off again. I was like, you know what? Let me counter that. Show some good good stuff.
Goodwill. Yeah, I know.
Good
Look,
stuff.
if you have a jersey out there, don't burn it. Like, donate it. Give it to somebody who needs it. Like, why are we burning stuff? But it gets clicks, Donardo, so we got to burn stuff.
Yeah, it does.
You should have burned all the cleats. I probably would have got some clicks.
You can. Oh God, yeah. But like, here's my thing. You can call me out on that, doing the same thing, and I totally get it, understand. But in my mind, and that's why I side with Juju so much in that. I mean, I do things. I like to do things, and it's not all out there in public. But you know what? For real,
do things?
I think it's good to put stuff out there on public at times because you see so much negativity, especially on Twitter. You know, I mean, Twitter is a cesspool many occasions. So to have something out there that is good, I think, is helpful. You know, so like I don't really hate Juju for doing a lot of stuff that he does, even though Mark Madden would say, well, he has to videotape, he has to do this, he has to make sure people are aware of it. And you know what? I'm cool with that. Like, Juju is making that cool. Juju is making that, putting it out there in light, like, you can do some good things.
Right.
And kids, everyone talks about role models. You can't do, you guys are role models in the sports world. But then when, someone who's out there being that type of role model, they want to put them down for doing it. Like, I think it's cool because you could have kids like this next generation growing up and emulating that. Like, oh, maybe I should do that too. This is really cool. Maybe I'll do something. So, like, is it really bad to put someone down for showing that to the world? I don't think so. So that's why I had no problem doing this because, again, it was kind of my way of, like, combating the negativity with something positive. So there you go.
Well, the kid burned the AB jersey, but it was all Ben's fault. So that's why he did it. It was Ben's fault. But no, I get to, like, I don't know how. Like, I mean, it's Mark Madden, so there's no surprise there. But I don't know how anybody can be like upset with what Juju does out there, and like he's having fun and he's doing things for good causes, and he does cool things. What was the Hey, he's all he goes to like high schools or was with these kids and like it's just
for real.
How can you have a problem with that, a beef with that? So leave it to Mark Madden to find out issues with it. But he's jealous of him and he has some other issues. I'm pretty sure, which leads to that. Right. So whatever. But no, very cool to give the cleats away and. But we're coming up on the next season here. I mean, we're gonna have some. We always have our giveaways. We're gonna have some pirate stuff, I'm sure, given out, and go figure. The Pirates were handing out stuff to some of our followers today.
How about that? Now, I feel bad. Like it was national. What was it called? National.
Was it kindness? Kindness acts of kindness.
Random act of kindness. Like which, by the way, I saw some people talking about, which makes a lot of sense. Is it really random now if you're planning?
I was like, shouldn't we do this every day? Why is it just one day in February? But okay.
Right.
But yeah, that was pretty much what it was today. And so what? Amanda won something. I can't believe Bo Pennington didn't win anything. I feel sorry for that kid.
That we know of.
I mean, unbelievable.
Yeah,
Kayla May. Yep.
Amanda. Okay, so shout out to Amanda. It's her birthday today.
Oh, that's right. Happy birthday.
And she won on her birthday. So yeah, there you go. The dual fecta, I guess. And then Kayla wins. Of course, an Adam Frazier autograph baseball.
The Pirates got that one.
Like, okay,
to a T.
That seemed like that was real random.
Right. It was a not so random act of kindness gift.
Yeah, I mean that was like the perfect gift. There's no way that was random. They had to have known who they picked and what they needed to give her.
It's bad when I think it was last year they tweeted something out about like who's Adam Frazier's biggest fan or like who wants like a win a signed baseball or whatever from him, and other people were tweeting the Pirates saying it should go to Kayla. Like,
right, yeah, I remember that too.
So it's like, when you have other people just, just basically on their own, just tweeting it out saying you should give it to her. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, the Pirates get
clearly
that right.
Kayla Frazier,
right? But yeah, so
just imagine that when Cole Tucker makes his debut and Adam Frazier's still on the team. Oh my God,
could be in the same infield together, double play combo.
Jeez,
who knows?
Who knows what's going to happen?
Especially when Frazier wins his Gold Glove at second base this year.
Okay, we've gone too far.
But anyway, let's get into the bulk of our show here. So,
okay.
Like I said, not much is happening. Spring training. There's no games yet, but the pitchers and catchers
not
reported
yet.
Last week.
Not yet, but we're
hitters are reporting this week and everything. A lot of hitters that were already there too, and things like that. You're seeing the Polanco workout videos and everything. But, yeah, a lot of guys are already there. And, but like I said, there's no games. There's not much going on there as far to talk about. It is Neal Huntington quote season, Donardo. So we're going to talk about a little bit about that later on.
Is it never?
Is it never?
Neal Huntington quote
That's
season?
true.
That's
because
what
I guess during the middle of the season, they probably only talk to him around the trade deadline. But besides that, definitely in spring training, in the off season, you hear a lot of them. Winter meetings, you're going to hear a lot about them. Pretty much the off season you do. I would say in the middle months of the season, you don't really hear too much from them unless they make a trade.
I don't know. When you have Clay Holmes pitching, you get some quotes out of him too.
That's true. So we'll talk about that shortly here. But first, let's kick it off here with we've touched on this a little bit. I'm just kind of talking about who would you think about basically extending? Who would be the next guy that you would extend on this core as far as the Pirates? So we saw two extensions come down this week, Donardo, basically right after another. I think they were 2 days apart. The first one being Aaron Nola, extended 4 years, $45 million, plus a club option, which basically buys out his arbitration years with the Phillies, and then with the option, it would be 2 years of free agency. Then, basically 2 days later, Severino with the Yankees also signed an extension. Pretty much what you told me on his way, they were at the arbitration hearing, but didn't walk through the door. Yeah, the
story
yet.
I heard was it was 30 minutes before his actual hearing took place. And he and his agent it said they walked a lap around the hotel, I guess discussing
right.
It almost came off as if Severino just did not want to go to that ARB hearing at all. And he's like, you know what, screw this. I'll sign for whatever I need to do to not go to that meeting, because when you look at that contract, it almost seems as if he said he'll sign whatever you want me to sign.
Yeah.
Because, man, is that looking very team-friendly.
So his was very similar to Nola's. Now, he's a Super 2, so he would have 4 years of arbitration. So his extension is 4 years, which starts this year, for 4 years, $40 million, and there is an option of $15 million. So it's 1 year of free agency that basically the team gets. They buy him out for. Now, we saw these deals come down, and automatically you're thinking Jameson Taillon. That obviously would be the next. He's kind of in that category. He's the Pirates' ace as of right now. He didn't have a season like Nola or Severino, but he had a pretty dang good season last year, and we're expecting a lot more from him this year even.
Mm-hmm.
But
and also I take that a step back here too. He's also a year behind in that sense. I mean, they're going to ARB. He's ARB eligible next year. So this last season was almost like Severino's and Nola's 2 seasons ago. Of course, Severino was awesome. As far as Nola, he was good, but I wouldn't say he was extremely better than what Taillon did this year. So if Taillon can take the next step, he essentially could be in that same league next year.
Yeah, Nola had a pretty good BABIP, but 2.37 ERA, it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's an incredible number.
Right.
So, but I'm still saying I don't think you can compare Taillon to them two at all right now. But they are a year more advanced. So if you give Taillon that extra year and he does produce, then maybe you can put him in that same ballpark. Is what I'm saying.
And what you said, Taillon isn't arbitration eligible until next year, so they are ahead of him in that sense. But Taillon's actually older. Obviously with the injuries and everything, he lost that year. He's older. So, obviously you think of these two deals. You see these two deals, and the first thing I thought of was, what? Oh my! That's extremely team friendly. Severino's a little more because he was a Super 2. You'd have to think in arbitration, it's just 4 years down the road he's going to make, because basically arbitration. He'd make I don't know what he would have got this year, $5-6 million, whatever, first year going to arbitration. But then,
do you think he would have got that much?
I don't know.
Year,
it's
probably less.
It's
the fact he's getting $4 million in his contract, he's probably going to get. I would have thought 3 to 4 his first year.
But the thing is, then very rare. I couldn't even tell you a case where I saw someone's arbitration number